record for Steve. Right. Oh, the dog's there. Lovely. Okay, right. So if we have got small dog things out the way, I'll grab a chair. So we're going to make a start with the chair, and then eventually we will move the chair. So if you want to, just bring yourself down so you're facing your chair first. And then the first thing we're going to do is the equivalent of a child's pose. So just bring yourself back, and then we're going to sink down and drop your head. So you're sort of fairly close down to your heels. And what I'd like you to do is just concentrate on your breathing a little bit. So breathe in and you're lifting up, and then breathe out and sink into it. Now, depending on flexibility, you'll go a bit further, but just use your head as a weight and sink. Breathe in and sink. Take one more and sink down. Now, just very, very, very slowly, plop your hands off the floor and then come down into a child's pose. So you should stay nice and low. And if you want to hold on to the edge of the chair, just give yourself a little bit of something to hold on to momentum-wise. Relax. Now, whilst you're in this position, because it has been a bit hot today, I'd like you to just try and regulate your breathing a bit. So you've probably been running around, or if you've been at work, a bit stressed, a bit annoyed with stuff, all a bit hot and bothered. Now is the time to just regulate and calm. So I just want you to have a little concentration on your breathing for a second. One more deep breath in and relax. Good. Okay, roll yourself up, come onto all fours. Hands back onto the chair again. Now what I'd like you to do is we're going to push back and then push forward. So this is the first movement, okay? So it is a hip squeeze, okay? So we're going to push back, just come down onto your heels, and then come forwards and just squeeze your glutes, and that should stretch your hip flexors a little bit. So, and again, squeeze it down, lower down, squeeze up. Relax your shoulders, I don't want them right by your ears. Bring it down. And squeeze up. Right, let's do that twice more. Try and just activate your glutes very slightly. Down and squeeze. And one more down. And squeeze. Lovely. Okay, relax here. Now, the next one I want you to do is just come a little bit closer. So we're going to put our hands on and your head down. Bring your feet, your knees out. And then what I want you to do is lift one leg. I can't do it because the thing's in the way. Sorry, this is not going to help. I'm just going to have to twist slightly. Sorry. So bring your knees out, bring your leg out, and you're just lifting very slightly. Just squeeze and feel that nice little stretch. Really, really point your toe and feel that stretch in your leg. Bring it down. Glutes have had to do a little bit of work. They should be activated. And back again, same leg. Out. Bring it up. Really point that toe out. Down. And back again. And one more this side. Out. Lift your leg. Point it, point it, point it. Down. Sorry. Okay, other side. So rebalance yourself. Leg out. Bring it up. Really point that foot out. Point your toe, point your toe. Stretch that leg. Down. And relax. And again. Up. Leg out. Point, 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 point. Down. And relax. One more. Point, point, point. Down. And relax. Good. Okay. Hold on to your chair, and we're just going to do little puppy wags. So elbows on. That's it. Just relax out. Stuff. Okay. Right. Let's get the back of your legs a little bit more. So I want you to put your hands onto the seat of the chair. Then we're going to tuck our toes under, and you're going to go into the equivalent of a downward dog, but using the chair. So we're going to lift up and bring yourself back. So start fairly far out. So feet fairly far out, and then you're going to sink those shoulders down. Your heels should be on the floor, if you can. Hold it here. Concentrate on your breathing. Good. Okay, bring yourself up. Very slightly, bring your feet in, just a little bit. Deep breath in, and then sink it back down again. So, relax, relax. Keeping those hands on the chair. Right at the back of your legs. Good old strong stretch. Try and keep your back straight. Okay. Just bring yourself up slightly. If that is enough of a stretch, and like, oh, it's really, really stretchy, then by all means stay where you are. If not, you're just bringing them in another inch or so. Breathe in, and then push down. Now, if you're oh God, I'm going to fall, hold on to the sides of the chairs a bit more. It should give you a bit more momentum to come backwards. That should be quite strong. You should be fairly close to the chair. Breathe. Good. Right, at this point, I just want you to let go of the chair, and your hand should fall to the floor. Stay here. You should feel quite stretched, actually. You should feel fairly low. Just relax. And we're slowly lifting our hands off the floor and rolling it up. Oh, feel that back. Stack, 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 stack. Head up. Just be careful. It is hot. Might see stars a little bit. Stretch all the way up. Nice deep stretch. Deep breath in and roll. Hands down. Right. Let's sit on our chair now. So we're going to spin round. Take a seat. Now, first things first. Just get comfortable and put your back on the back. It should be fairly supportive. If it's not, then just keep your back upright. Okay. If it's really slumping you, then just keep your back upright. So first things first, let's pay a little bit of attention to our feet because they're very neglected all the time. So what I want you to do is lift that one leg and point your toe. And then we're going to flex that toe. So your quad should feel fairly tight. And point. And flex. That's it. Point, really point it. Nice point and flex. Good stuff. One more. Try and exaggerate as much as you can without it cramping. And flex. Right, bring it down and just give that leg a little jig because your quads had to do some work. Okay, re-relax, shoulders down and lift up. Pointing our toe, nice and pointy. And flex. Point. Flex. Really point it. Nice strong flex. One more, making sure it's not cramping. point, and flex. Good. Bring it down and just give your leg a little jig. Okay. With bring your feet sort of right underneath the chair now, but fairly flat onto the floor. And we're going to do a fold down. Just make sure you don't fall off the end of the chair. Please don't do that. Right, all the way up, although that would be slightly funny. And then we're going to hinge forwards. Keep your arms out. Bring them down to the floor, down to your feet. And drop your head. Deep breath in. Relax. Deep breath in. Relax. Now this time, I don't want you to bring your hands out. I just want you to roll up. So keep them by your side. Roll up and straighten your shoulders. Little roll of your shoulders. Set them down. Arms all the way up. And hinge forwards. Hinge forwards. That's it. All the way down. Hands to the floor. Drop your head. Hold it here. Couple of deep breaths. This should feel super relaxing. Leave your hands till last. Roll it up. And some shoulder rolls. Sorry, my hair is all over the place today. Shoulder rolls. Backwards. Right. Let's make that a tiny bit harder. So a bit more of a stretch required in your shoulders and your back here. All the way up. Breathe in. Flex it forwards. Last minute, dropping your hands. Put your hands to the floor. Drop your head. Right, hands to temples. Straighten your back. Feel that right in your hip flexors. It should feel right there. Big old stretch right there. And bring your arms up. Hinge forwards. They've got to do some work. Bring them down to the floor. Hands down to the floor. Drop your head. Hands onto your temples. Back straight as soon as you can. Back straight as soon as you can. There. Right. Now we're going to advance that slightly. So if that's hard enough, then you stay there. If that's too much of a stretch, you stay there. All the way up. Hinge it forwards. Hands onto the floor if you can. Should be a really good bend. Head down. Now this time, if you want to go back to your temples, that's fine. You're going to bring your arms back up again. So that's harder. Back straight as soon as you can. You should feel that quite strongly in hip flexors. And back down. And again, all the way up. Deep breath in. Hinging forwards. Hinging forwards. Bring it down onto the floor. Head low. Up. Hands and straight up. Straight up. Arms by your ears. Relax and down we go. Lovely. Just roll your shoulders again. Right, you stay where you are. I'm just going to move this chair so you can see me and I can see you. That's it. Okay. So let's carry on rolling those shoulders. So just really get a really good roll on the go there. And then the other way. Good. One arm up and hold onto the chair with your other arm. Nice and tall, really super tall. And then we're leaning over. For goodness sake, don't lean too far and keep your both bum cheeks on the chair. We go, otherwise. All the way up, nice and tall, and back down. Excellent. Okay, all the way up. Other side, nice and tall. Bringing it over, both bum cheeks on the seat. Really nice stretch all the way up here. Back up. Nice and tall. And down. Right, let's do that one more side. It might be a little bit further you're able to go. Just be super careful you're not falling off that chair. Nice and tall first. And then we're leaning over. All the way up. And relax down. And all the way up. Nice and tall and over. Oh, good old stretch that one. All the way up. Nice and tall and relax. Good. Okay. Right, let's do a little bit on neck work, because again, that's probably a little bit tight at the moment. So just relax, just make sure that your back's nice and upright, your tummy's pulled in. We're going to roll your shoulders up and back, keep them back. Then you're going to drop your head towards your chest, your chin towards your chest, and you should feel a real stretch right around your neck. Hold it here. Big tendons running up and down there. Give them a good old stretch. Bring your head up and relax your shoulders. Just relax. Okay. So readdress your posture. Up and back. Hold on to the chair if you want to. Really pull them down. Bring your head down. Feel that stretch. Should be strong. Should be nice. That's it. Bring your head back up and relax. Okay, so before we go to the side, I want you to up by your ears. 3, 2, 1, and breathe out. Good. And breathe in. And relax. One more. Breathe in. All the tension's out. 3, 2, 1. Wow, that's better. Good. Okay, again, roll them up and back. Hold on to the chair. Keep them pushed down. Let's bring our head to the side. Really find that point so that you just can't go any further. And bring it back. Now, where you should find that, so coming over to the other side, it is a little bit more around the front. So it's around your throat area, this. Not quite as much around the back. That's it. And again, bring it round to one side. Keep those shoulders nice and low, relaxed. And to the center and bring it over. Keep everything else square. Really feel that stretch and back again. Release the chair and relax. Good. Okay, just a little wiggle. Right. Okay. Hands together now. So just lace your hands together and we're just going to give your wrists a little roll. If you have been typing for a chunk of today, they will do what I'm doing, clicking like mad. Oh. And roll them back the other way. Just keep rolling them round. That's it. Okay, give them a little shake. So make some fists. Make a fist with your hand and then release. Make a fist and release. One more. Tight fist. Release. Good. Okay. Now, whilst we're here and we can easily access our feet, we have done some little flexing with our ankles and pointing and flexing, but I want to really roll now. So if you want to, if you're able to, if you're not, you can just bring it out in front of you and roll. But if you're actually able to pick up your foot and put it onto your knee, we're going to sit yourself upright. Now, where you should feel that is your hip flexor. Yes, it's doing some work, but it's right around your hip and partly your glute. So hold on to one foot. Gently, I do mean gently, push your knee down there. It's very, very unlikely that it will just be like flopping past the chair. Oops, there still will be a little bit of movement going on there. So hold on to your foot and just tease your hand and bring your knee down slightly. Keep your back up straight. That's it. Hold it here. Should feel quite a strong stretch right around here. Good. And slowly release. Now, if you can, this does require a little bit of balance. If you can cradle, whilst you're here, cradle your foot and just make sure that it's off of your leg. And then we're just going to give your ankle some turns. That might feel really cracky. Mine is really cracking. If it's very sore to do that, obviously don't. But if it just feels actually quite nice, turn it around. And then we're going to scrunch our toes back and forth. They make no attention, toes, none. Again, they might feel a bit cracky depending on what shoes you've been wearing today or what you've been doing today. That's it. Good. Now take your thumb and place it in the middle of your, basically in the middle of your foot, and then just bend your toes and just put some pressure onto your thumb. That should feel quite nice. Little tiny circles with your thumb. It does really quite a lot of tension, this one. Okay, release. Wonderful. Just relax your leg down again. And if you can, so we've got our leg up. If that's far too uncomfortable, don't do it, by the way. We'll literally just cross your leg at the bottom there. If you can bring it up, then we're going to lean forwards. If you can't lean forwards, you're just slightly tilting. If you can lean forward, try and keep your back straight. That's quite a strong position. You should feel it in your hip. Very, very nice if you're managing that. If you can get a little bit lower, get a little bit lower, but you will have to curl your back now. Quite strong, that one. Don't do it if it hurts. Also, don't do it if you can't balance. If you're going to fall, put your foot down. Couple of deep breaths here. And very, very, very slowly roll your way out of that one. Nice, well done. Release your leg out. Oh, and just give it a little shake. Very good. Right, now we've got two legs. I have to do the whole lot again. So up and bring your foot to your knee. So first things first, just get yourself upright and make sure bum cheeks are both on the floor, so we haven't got one tilting the other way. Hand onto one foot and then hand onto one knee, and you're just keeping yourself upright and just push that knee away. Now again, it should feel quite a strong stretch in your hips. That's it. Just try to relax. Back has got nothing to do with this, so you shouldn't feel any tension in your back. Hold it here. Apply enough pressure so you feel it, but not that it's starting to hurt. Breathe. Good. Okay, and release. So we're going to hold onto our leg, cradle it, basically take your foot off, and then we're going to give it some little circles. Again, one side may be more cracky. This one's less cracky for me. It's not my dominant leg, so it may feel or sound horrid, but as long as it doesn't hurt when you're doing it. Good. Okay, resting your leg down, and then we're going to crunch those toes. That's it. Just make sure the whole up doesn't cramp. Really feel that stretch. Good. One more. Right. And then we're placing our thumb fairly central to your foot and squeeze. And then you just give it little tiny circles. That should feel good. Good. Okay, release. Right. Re-straighten yourself. Please be aware that one hip is going to be tighter than the other one. So if you're leaning forwards and you're like, oh my God, I can't go anywhere near as much as the other side, not a problem. It's how your body's built. We'll try to even you out as much as possible by trying, but be aware that it may not go the same way. So if you can start with your back straight and just lean towards your leg. Try to keep your back straight at first. Again, pressure should be right in here. Okay, now if you can, we're folding down, so you will have to curve your back. Just be aware it's going to feel strong. Both bum cheeks squarely on the floor, on the chair. Drop your head, use it as a weight. Good, hold it here. Nice and slowly roll it up. Very good. Okay, just replace your leg back down and just give it a little jig and a little shake. Very good. Okay, that one's quite strong, so well done. Okay, so now I want to use the chair a little bit further by coming to the back of the chair. So there's a few more things that we can do at the back, and then we'll lose the chair entirely. We are doing super well for timing. So if you want to just stand up nice and slowly, just give yourself a little shake because we have been sat down for a bit. I'm going to move the chair slightly so you can see what I'm doing to the back. Basically, as long as you can get behind the back of your chair, then that would be great. So first things first, we're going to do what we did with the rest of the chair. So not quite the same feeling, but if you hold on to the back of the chair, try not to pull it. Obviously, you're keeping it flat on the floor, and then we're going to bring ourselves down again. Now, this should feel a tiny bit stronger on your shoulders than your legs this time. You're nowhere near as far down, so this is a bit more of a shoulder stretch than the back of your leg stretch. Keep your back totally straight. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax down. Breathing in and sink. Breathe, relax. Super slowly roll it back up. Okay, we are going to use this as a wall. So what I'd like you to do is come down onto the floor. Do make sure that obviously you have some space behind your chair. I'm just going to shift this slightly further forward. And then there's a certain pose that is actually really a good stretch. It's also very relaxing. So what I'd like you to do is bring yourself right by your chair. Now, this will take a bit of jiggery pokery, literally right by your chair. Now, hopefully it won't pull forwards too much. But I'd like you to feel, hold on to the edge if you want to. I'd like you to feel quite upright. And then I want you to, apologies for the dog. I want you to flex your feet. So this is the equivalent of against a wall. If your chair is not allowing this and it just keeps falling, it shouldn't do, but if it does, then you can do this against a wall. No problem. Now, relax your shoulders. You should feel quite strong, but this is the only time you can actually fully lock your legs out. And particularly Amy, your legs lock out really well, so you can totally lock them out, no problem. There is no pressure on your feet. Just stay here. Just really try to relax. Deep breathing. Try and get your breathing back under control. Okay, just relax your feet. So don't flex them so much. Just relax them back down. Now, fold your feet. So again, you're outwards. Now, what will happen here is gravity will kind of try and sink you down. So just let it sink. So if you want to put your feet together, just let it sink out. And what you'll find is it kind of keeps sinking. As long as your feet are on the chair and your knees are just sinking down, don't hold any tension in your shoulders, just let them sink. And eventually you'll find it will sort of stop sinking and just hold it here. Your knees right out, hips really flex. You should feel this in your inner thighs, your adductor muscles, fairly strongly actually. hold it here. Just let gravity do its thing on this one. If it is too strong, then you can use your hands to stop it going any further. If that is just really, really hurting your inner thighs, just use your hands to stop it going any further so you don't get any more of a stretch. If you're quite happy to get that stretch, then just hold onto the chair and let it do its thing. Hold it here. Good. Right. And when you're ready, just bring your knees close to your chest. That's it. Bring them together. And then you can walk your way back up the chair again. Straighten your legs. Right. Leaving one, hold on to your chair, leaving one leg where it is. I'd like you to put one on. You do need to hold on to the chair on this one because it will fall otherwise. One foot onto the chair. And then I want you to pick the other foot off and we're going to go to the side. Now you should feel balanced because you're holding onto the chair and your foot is on, the other foot is on the chair, okay? So again, straight leg if you can, as straight as you can, and just let gravity sink you. Sink it to the side, just let it drop. It will just drop another centimetre. Now, if that is too strong, again, you can prop it up, prop your leg up, or bend your leg slightly. That makes it much less strong. But if you're, again, you're happy to let it drop, just let it drop. Relax and hold it here. Oh, that feels super nice. Your back should feel comfortable. Right. To bring yourself back up out of that, do bend your legs slightly and then bring yourself back to meet your other foot. Okay, rebalance yourself. I'm hoping everything's not in the way. Lift your other leg up. So one foot on the chair, hold on to the bottom of the chair. And then we're going to drop and flop to the other side. Now, as always, if you do feel that one side is significantly lower than the other, it's going to happen, don't worry. Try and keep both bum cheeks sort of fairly on the floor because I don't want that to happen, basically. Keep everything fairly square on the floor. Keep your foot on the back of that chair and flop your leg out and then try and keep that leg nice and straight. Very strong adductors there. Holding it here, just try and relax your shoulders. Let gravity do its thing. Excellent. Okay, so again, just bending your leg very slightly. Bring your leg up and then bring them together. Loosen, just let go of the chair and then just bring yourself into a little ball and then just do little tiny rocks. Very nice. Well done if you managed that well. Okay, little tiny circles. Oh, actually, we're not going to be able to do circles. The chair's in the way. Now, if you can, I do mean if, because it depends on the, how your chair is made. I'd like you to put your feet on the seat. So you're sort of pretty much wrapping your legs around the chair. Now, arms up, and then you're going to reach up to the ceiling. So your legs should feel really quite comfortable and relaxed. Your adductors are still switched on because your legs are apart. Reach up to the ceiling. That's it. And then we're going to really just slowly keep them up, and roll them backwards. Trying not to hit your sofa, obviously. Bring your arms back. Really stretch. Now, whilst you're there, just relax your shoulders. The whole thing relaxes, so you're not stretching anymore. You're just bringing them out. Hold it here. Now, re-stretch again. So really try and stretch towards the wall. Stretch towards your wall. And then we're going to bring them back up again. Really bring it up. Stretch, 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 stretch. Just a really nice stretch around your shoulder blades up to the ceiling. Good. Fork your arms out Bring the top of your arms to the floor and then stretch your chest out. Good. Relax back down. Arms all the way up. Really, really reach to the ceiling. And bring it back. All the way back. Stretch it right out. So you're really putting your fingertips to the wall. Really relax. Relax the whole lot out. Bend your arms very slightly if you want to just really, really relax. And again, really try and stretch. I don't know when anyone's noticed, but I've slightly pointed my toes as well. They're just trying to assist. They don't need to do that at all, but they've just done it. Stretch. And bring your arms up. Nice and tall, super tall. Up, 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 up. And relax down, bring it out. Chest nice and high. Good. Right, now this time bring them up to the ceiling, stretch up to the ceiling, and then we're going to cross our arms over. Hold on to your shoulder blades and lift. Lift those elbows. Super nice stretch around the back. And release and up. Stretch up to the ceiling. Just check your legs are still relaxed. Are they tensed up again? Relax them if they're tense. Okay, opposite. Fold down. Hold onto your shoulder blades. Lift. Bring it back down and reach up. And relax your arms down. Good. Right. Now we've got to get ourselves out of this. So the easiest way to do that is bring your legs back round and then just roll to the side. Roll your way out of the way of the chair and then onto all fours, tuck your toes under, come onto your toes. Thumb up, head down, and roll it back up, nice and slowly. Oh, very good. Right. So let's use the chair, the back of the chair for a bit of balance. I'm going to very slightly do that because it is not going to be balanced, otherwise I need to stay on this part of the floor. So first things first, let's just recheck our posture again. So if it's all gone a bit awry, shouldn't do, you should be feeling nice and stretched. So feet nice and solid onto the floor. Move your concentration up, tucking your pelvis under, so making sure that we're not sticking our arm out or causing pain on our back. Bring yourself up. Shoulders should be really nice and relaxed now. And you're holding on to chair with one hand and relax with the other hand. So let's put our weight onto one side. And we're going to put our hands onto our hips. And then we're going to lift. Now I want you to hold it here. That's it. Hold it. Legs going to do a little bit of work. Hold it here. Hand off the chair to the side. Hand off the chair. Hand back onto the chair and bring it down. Lovely. Right, reset yourself. So out to the side. Just careful you're not going to kick anything else. Out to the side. And release the chair, arm up. Hold it here, squeeze your glutes. Might feel a bit wobbly. Concentrate, calm your mind. Hand back onto the chair, foot down, and bring it back to the center. Right, you know what we're doing. We're going backwards. Now, with the backwards one, it's a tiny lift. So I don't want your chest remains up. Tiny lift. Hand off the chair up to the side. Hold it here, nice and strong, super still. Hand back on, foot down. Nice. Okay, just give yourself a little wriggle. Spin yourselves round, or if you still want to see the screen, obviously, then you're just going to bring your chair to the other side. Again, just making sure you've got enough around you so you're not going to kick something. Other hand on the back of the chair, other foot pointing forward, other hand onto other hip. So again, just think about your posture, keep yourself nice and upright. I'm going to lift that leg. Holding it down. Take your hand off. Feel balanced. Beautiful. Very nice, everyone. Feel that leg doing some work. Hand back down. Leg back down. Lovely. Right. Reset. To the side. Think about your posture. Lift. Get your leg to do a bit of work. Arm off. Hold it. Try really hard not to wobble. If you're starting to wobble, pick a spot that's not moving. Relax your mind. Hand back down onto the chair. Foot back down. Bring back to center. Okay, again. Reposture. I'm just making sure I'm not going to hit my own bench. Chest up. Lift a little tiny way. Arm out. Very nice. Hold it here. No wobbling. If you feel like you're going to wobble, you've got the chair. 3, 2, 1, hand down. Leg down. And give yourself a little jig. Well done. Very good. Very nice. Right. We are now going to remove said chair. I think the chair's done a very good job. Well done, chair. So we'll move that out of the way. And we are going to finish with a little bit more of a traditional Pilates little set, roll up, roll down. So we're feeling nice and fully stretched and relaxed. So all the way up. Deep breath in. Roll it down. Chin to chest. Roll it down. Drop your head. Bring your hands behind you. On the outside of your legs, bring your hands behind you. Really feel that stretch. Bring your hands in front of you and look up. So you should try and stretch your back and try and keep it nice and straight. Right down the back of your legs, that one. Drop your head back down. You should be fairly low to the ground now. You should be feeling lower than before. Okay, walking it forwards into a downward dog. I'm just going to do that. Before it all goes wrong on camera. Okay, so push back. Come up onto your toes and push it back. Nice and tall with your sit bone and your arms, and one more, all the way up and push back. Okay, up and forwards, coming down onto all fours. Keep it nice and even. Okay, rolling it up. Nice strong cat stretch. And release. Lift your head, drop your belly button, and flow all the way up. And release. Let's do one more all the way up. Really nice and strong. Really feel that around the back. And release. Got tight abs, this one's quite good for that. And bring yourself back to center. Dropping down, just split your knees very slightly once you're down the bottom. And then crawling your way forwards into a really nice child's pose. Really try and stretch out and reach the end of the mat and drop your head. A couple of nice deep breaths here. Excellent. Okay, stay on your forearms and just lift your bum very slightly. And we're going to feed that arm through, get a really good shoulder stretch, drop your head, sit back down if you want to. That is intensifying it. And this time, instead of bringing your arm all the way up, I just want you to bring the other arm onto your hip. Face your elbow up, and if you can look towards your shoulder. I'm not lifting it all the way up, it's just onto your hip this time. Good. Hand back down onto the floor. And bring yourself up to normal, and then you're going to swap. Keep it nice and low. Drop your head, and put your hand onto your hip, elbow facing up. And I have to be careful with the earpiece on this one. Good. Hand back down and unlevel yourself from that one. Fantastic. Right, knees back together again. Come onto all fours, but I want you to put your hands slightly further forwards. I'll just move back so I don't hit my head on the sofa. Bring your hips forward, so we're holding that position. Squeeze your glutes. Then we're going to rock it back, touch your nose to the floor, and then bring it back up and squeeze. Bringing it back, touching your nose to the floor, and this time we're going to actually come down onto the floor. So bring it forwards. Use your tricep muscles. Bend your elbows, keep your elbows near you. Ideally land as one. Brilliant. Hands in front. Just create a pillow for your chin. Legs down. Just give yourself a little rock. Relax, relax. Good. Okay. Now, if it is particularly difficult for you to take your foot on this one, I just want you to bring it in, okay, and just relax and enjoy that stretch. If you are able to, we're going to grab that foot and squeeze. Squeeze your glutes, push that hip. Again, to advance that more, you're just lifting your knee slightly. Very strong. Release your foot. And then we're coming to the other side. Again, squeeze your glutes, push that hip in and lift that knee if you need more of a stretch. Good. Release and bring it down. Wonderful. Hands to the side and then reverse what you did. So just push yourself back up and then we're going to spin round so you're sitting onto your bum. Legs in front of you. And just get your bum cheeks out of the way very slightly. And then we're going to bring our arms, sorry, I'm really fluffy today, it's like my face. Bring your arms nice and tall, flex your feet, and then push forward. Hinge, taking hold of your toes if you can, or ankles, or knees, or wherever you are, drop your head. Relax. And release your toes if you've got them, whatever you've got. Nice and tall. And arms down. Good, just roll your shoulders. Fantastic. Right. Bring yourself to the end of the mat and then you're going to roll down. Feet onto the floor, nice and solidly. A little bit of imagery coming up now. Now, because the day has been so beautiful, it's really not going to be that difficult to think about this now. So let's transport ourselves to, let's have a think. Barbados, that would be nice. So just close your eyes, put your hands by your side or on your hips, wherever's more comfortable. Sink those feet into the ground. Just give your toes a little wriggle. I'm just going to take a few deep breaths. A few deep breaths. So we're going to start on the bottom. Imagine we're in Barbados on the beach. That would be nice. Just feel that breeze, feel the sunshine, feel the sand. So give your toes a little scrunch. Feel that. Feel the sand particles in your toes. Just sink those feet down. Deep breath in and sink down. Okay, moving our concentration up to our pelvic area. So what I'd like you to do is just give yourself a little tiny, teeny rock. Okay, deep breath in and feel that pelvic area just sink into the sand. Deep breath in and sink. And again, deep breath in. Feel that imprinting into the sand, sink. Concentration up to your mid-back. So feel that mid-back, and I'd also like to feel your shoulder blades at the same time. So shoulder blades sinking down. Shoulder blades are quite big. Okay, feel them sinking. Deep breath in and relax. Deep breath in and relax. Sink it all down. Feel that imprint in the sand. Right, the biggest imprint, your head. So come right up to the top and just feel that sand underneath your head. Just give your head a little rock. Feel it. Okay, deep breath in and then sink your head down. Breathe in. Sink it down. Good. Right, 2 deep breaths with a whole imprinting into that Barbadian sand. Off we go. Deep breath in. And sink. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And sink. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you're not asleep now, you will be shortly. So wriggle those toes. Scrunch your hands. Bring your knees, engage your core and bring your knees in. Just give yourselves little tiny, tiny circles. And circles the other way. Good. Take one leg and just hook your hands underneath. Sit yourself up. Open your eyes. Oh, give yourself a second. Okay, we're spinning ourselves round. Okay, tucking your toes under. And we're going to rock back onto our toes. Lift up. Thumb up, head down. Hold it here for a sec. And we're rolling it up super slowly. And arms all the way up. And relax back down. Good, right. Finishing as usual. Little sweeps. So arms down, all the way up. Squeeze and lift. Excellent. Closing your eyes optional. Up and lift. And one more, all the way down. Deep breath in. And relax. Absolutely wonderful, everyone. Very, very well done. Give me 1 second.